Here we're going to approximate square roots using the TI-30 series calculator. Um, so this is an emulator. Hopefully you have the TI-30 for your class as it is recommended for the class. It's about a $20 calculator, roughly, and is available in the bookstore if you need purchase of that. It can be purchased with every single option that you can use to purchase textbooks and other school supplies. It's just another part of the required materials for your courses. So, um, however you normally purchase your textbooks and pens and pencils and notebooks and everything else, you can use those same means to purchase your TI-30 calculator for your MDE 60 class. We're going to need this going forward. So let's go ahead and do a few problems here from 5.1. I'm going to go ahead and look at problems number 43, 45, and 47, some examples that are like that. This is a calculator that has math print options on it. We want those math print options to be turned off. We want it in classic mode for these problems. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to go into your mode and change it. Defaults over here to have math print on. We want to change that to classic. I'll show you why with this first problem, because if I ask it to find the square root of 11 and I have math print on, it's just going to return the square root of 11. It's not going to give me a decimal approximation. So for these problems where I want to get a decimal approximation, I need to be in classic mode so that when I enter the square root of 11, it gives me the decimal approximation out to, looks like 9 decimal places there. So including I'm talking the place value beforehand. So 3, 6, there's 8 place values after the decimal point. There's a 9th place value till when I count the number to the left of the decimal point. So it looks like it has 10 places to hold characters there, including the decimal point. So if you have more numbers to the left of the decimal point, you might have less numbers to the right of the decimal point on this calculator. All right, let's see here. So we need to round to 3 decimal places according to our instructions. Look at the 4th decimal place, which is a 6. And the 3rd decimal place next to it is also a 6. This 6, which is greater than or equal to 5, is going to round that 6 up to make it a 7. And my approximation is going to be 3.317. I recommend in these problems, if you are not sure of yourself with your rounding skills, that you go ahead and go into your mode. Since they fixed the number of decimal places at 3 decimal places, just set that to 3. And then it's going to do the rounding for you. So we're just going to go ahead and let the calculator tell us what it is to 3 decimal places. So there's the first problem. Clear. And then second, square root 34 for the second problem. And there's that to 3 decimal places. That makes sense because 34 is between 25 and 36, which are perfect squares. So the square root of 25 would be 5. The square root of 36 would be 6. It's much closer to 36 than it is to 25. So I'd expect my answer to be much closer to 6 than to 5. You might even get some thinking problems like that ask you to say things like 34 is between 25 and 36, so my answer has to be between 5 and 6. All right. Let's look at the next one is the square root of 131. So 131 is between 121, which is 11 squared, and 144, which is 12 squared. So I should expect an answer between 11 and 12. And there it is, right? Exactly like I expected an answer between 11 and 12. There is a algorithm, a way to do this by hand that we don't want to do. but it's very similar to the long division algorithm, but different. And so I'm going to show you make other videos on how to do this on other calculators that we use at the school as well. So don't forget to watch those videos. I'll also put those in the MDE60 content. Even though this is the recommended calculator, I'm going to put this one up first. We have other calculators that we recommend, like I said, for our Math 161 and above courses. And we have some online classes that use an online calculator for testing. So I will go ahead and show that as well. All right, that is it for this video on how to do this with the TI-30. The next set of videos that we're going to do is going to be on using the laws of exponents to simplify expressions that have rational exponents in them, then use roots if necessary to write our simplified answer. So we'll go ahead and we'll talk about those when we finish talking about calculators. See you for the next videos.